Hey folks, David here with another video. And you know what? I'm really excited about this one. I'll tell you why. Sometimes you get introduced to something new and it gets you thinking. And you think, hang on, if I take this idea and I add it to this idea and I put them together and I add this new thing and put them all together, I'm going to get something amazing. Let's have a look and see what I'm talking about. So, youngest most annoying child has introduced me to a new material. This is clear UV resin, and we are going to be casting some Greeblies with it. Now, this is a Greebly Master. It's not the same one that I've made previously. I will leave a link up top for that particular video and down in the description if you want that one with the timestamps. The original one that I made, I have managed to tidy away somewhere and I can't find it, so I had to quickly make a new one. So there's two Greeblies on this. One is a classic bulkhead light and the other one is just a round, well, what is going to be sort of general purpose ceiling light. You've also seen me use this before. It is easy mould casting putty, and we're going to use this to make a quick mould out of those Greeblies. It's a two-part thing and you basically just knead it together as quickly as possible until you get a nice uniform unswirly colour. Right, that's mixed through properly. Let's get it on there. Make sure it's pressed down as best we can, and we've got it into all of the joints, hopefully. And then I'm just going to use the flat of a knife to press down and make the top nice and flat, so that when we flip it over we'll be able to fill it with resin. That needs to sit and cure for about 25 minutes and then we'll see what it looks like. This has been left for far more than the standard 25 minutes needed, but let's see how it comes out. Oh, good on one. Oh yes, a little bit of paint's come off with it, but they're not looking like too bad moulds. That can have a quick repaint if I ever need to. And yeah, okay, good. And we are now set up and ready to use the UV resin. And you will notice that I have this. I can't move it too far because it's on quite a short cord. But this is a UV light that you get basically for curing nails when ladies or gents or whoever get their nails done, because apparently resin is now a part of it. And yes, I have propped it up a little bit. It wasn't 100% flat. In fact, oh, that's a wee bit better. Filled up to the top. Turn on the UV light and let's see how that comes out in a couple of minutes. Now, I didn't realise these things only have a 60-second timer, so according to the instructions it's 2 to 4 minutes under a UV lamp. I have given it a good few blasts with that. Let us see how they've turned out. Go for the little one first. And there's a bit of tackiness there. And there's a big one. Come on, pop out. Again, a little bit of tackiness, but that is not looking like too bad a mould. Alright, let us deal with the tacky. Even when you're resin 3D printing, it does say to give them a wash with IPA, and I have some alcohol here. I'm not going to use a massive amount. Give it a good wipe off. Same as that one. Including excess cat hair. Now, the whole idea behind using clear resin is the fact that you can turn it into a lighting effect. So I have a miniature LED, and what we need to do is sort out a hole on the other side. Pin vise drill, and it will take a bit of work, but I'm just going to go nice and gently, and I'll get that drilled in, so it'll take an LED. Now I'm going to stop the process there because I have noticed an error. And what it means is I'm going to have to do a little bit of rework on this mould. Unfortunately, when I was creating the master, I've actually left some gaps. Now, in the original Greebly video, we were just making a impression straight top down and it wouldn't have mattered. But there are some gaps sideways, and what has happened, I'll show you on a photo, is that some of the moulding rubber has actually got in and under, and it is impeding the pour. So I am going to leave that one to one side, and I'm going to rework, and just using a pair of snips I'm going to get rid of that little bit of excess, and we'll try another pour. Okay, that one came out far better. It did have an air bubble on the inside, but that is fine because we're going to be lighting it, and you're hardly going to tell. It'll just look like part of the bulb. So, got the hole drilled in there. LED will fit in. I'll get some paint around the straps on that, and then let's see what it looks like. Bit of a paint job on there, just black with a dry brush of silver. I've also popped silver on the back just so that it can reflect as much light as possible. And then, if we pop a wee LED into the hole, there's an emergency bulkhead light. Cracking. And then of course, to wire it up to your model, all you've got to do is either use the soldering method or the no solder wiring method that I've shown you. I'll leave the link to both of those videos down in the description. Well, that just about wraps it up for another video. If you've enjoyed it, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, it is after all free, and if you're feeling a little bit more flush, you could always shout me a coffee on Ko-Fi, the link's down in the description. Otherwise, somewhere up here, YouTube thinks that there's another video of mine that you might like. I'll see you around in a while, or in a couple of seconds if you do watch that one. Ta-ra for now.